Fears over the coronavirus mean there will be no inbound flights from China landing at Bush Airport for now. New U.S. travel restrictions went into effect tonight. All inbound flights from China will only be cleared to land at 11 U.S. airports to further control the screening process and to prevent more cases from spreading in the U.S. Our Marcelino Benito is live at Bush with the latest tonight. Marcelino.
Ron, Air China's one daily flight from Beijing to Houston has been canceled for the foreseeable future. Folks now wanting to make their way from China to Houston are going to have to make an extra stop first. New travel restrictions are in effect tonight. No commercial flight from China will touch down in Houston until the new coronavirus is under control. Inbound flights from China now only cleared to land at these 11 major U.S. airports. DFW, the only Texas airport on that list.
You know, anytime we have a new virus agent, it's the unknown that gets people worried.
Tropical disease and vaccine expert Dr. Peter Hotez has been closely monitoring developments with coronavirus.
I see it as kind of a type of enhanced screening that they're going to need to do in light of all of the new information, and restrict the number of airports to make that possible, since they can't have everybody from the CDC at all of those airports. And it wouldn't surprise me if they restrict this down even further to maybe 1 or 2 airports.
DHS tells us U.S. citizens who visited China's Hubei province, the epicenter of the outbreak in the last 2 weeks, will be subject to a mandatory quarantine for up to 14 days. U.S. citizens returning from other parts of China will undergo health screenings at selected ports of entry and could face up to 14 days of self-monitored quarantine. And foreign nationals who visited China in the last 14 days are temporarily denied entry into the United States.
They want to be conservative until they really get their arms around all of the information out there about the virus.
Dr. Hotez says it's highly unlikely the U.S. will face the level of outbreak China is experiencing, and does think these travel restrictions will help, but tells us this situation is still very fluid.
But the bottom line is, even with these new restrictions, the number of cases in the U.S. will go up. And I can't tell you the number, whether it's going to be dozens or hundreds.
U.S. health officials tell us that they're taking these extra steps out of an abundance of caution. They want to stress that the risk to the public in this case is still relatively low. Ron, back to you.
Better safe than sorry. Thank you so much, Marcelino Benito.